All right. And we bring that red in right to here. We're going to do something crazy and daring. I'm going to take a little bit of that brilliant blue and that crimson. I'm going to make a kind of a darky purpley color. And I'm going to come through here with that. And you're like, why would you do that? I know, right? Because it's like one of those weird things. That way you can see that there's a definition, a difference between the two lips, but make sure you go with the shape. This is round. This is a very round shape. So what happens? Round means here's our highlight. We're going to go. Here's our highlight right here. Right there. And it kind of comes down this way. Like that. And I'm using white so you can see it. I wouldn't normally use white because it works well enough, but I like the darker colors, like orange or yellow. There we go, and we're going to pull through, and give it a shape. We can come back through with our little whites or highlight colors. I'm going to, because remember this is our high point right here. So notice I'm not giving highlights all the way up. It's just on this edge. Because this is the edge that sticks out right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, that was sort of silly. But here we go. Now, this is what sticks out right here. So this is where the highlights are going to be, and maybe just a touch there. Now on the nose, if that's where our highlights are coming, let me see, right here. This is where our highlights are coming, right here. This is our brightest, and this is going to be a little bit bright. This is actually going to get some light here. And right here, those are our bright spots. Now I haven't done a whole lot. Now this is going to get some as well because it's light kind of comes and visits right here. It also helps us see that this in the cheek comes down here. That's the lights, and right here. Again, like the cheek, or I'm sorry, not the cheek, like the lip. There's a certain place, it's about here, the highest point, and then the light fades away from it. The high point gets the most light, and then the rest of it kind of fades out. I'm going to take just this triangle. You see that? That triangle. That's going to be my highest highlight on that cheek. Wow, now it stands out. Now, as you've noticed, I haven't done a whole lot to the eye because we're going to do an eyeshadow on her in a minute. I'm going to take and put a little bit right there. I want you to see that this is part of her. There we go. Rub it off. There you go. She's in. I like it. we're going to take her little scrumby brush, and that's all this is a scrumber brush. And I'm going to take some magenta, just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to put some out because I'm going to use that for the flowers as well. Magenta and white. I'm going to make a pink. Okay, my first round of pink. Ooh, I accidentally picked up some of that blue, and it made a beautiful purple. You'll love this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the purple on. Because yes, that's what it turned out to be. It's all right. Faith will love it. She likes purple. Okay, there's a purple. It's going to kind of come up. Now there's our purple. Do we stop there? No! We're going to take our magenta. We're going to take and put more white with that. And we're going to go like this. Okay, we're just tapping, okay? Tapping. See that? It lightened it up. Now I'm going to take more white, and I'm tapping again. I tapped it off. I went tap on the plate first. And we're going to tap right there. Tap. Like that. That gives us a little bit of a sparkle without. Now you could actually go in and get some white after that and go wherever you think this is, like let's say this is the highest highlight right here. I'm going to get a little more white on my brush. So I had a lot of water. Okay. This is your highest highlight, then you tap from there. There we go. Tap, and then let it radiate out. Now I can actually put some of that right up here if I want. She needs it. There we go. I like it. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of that magenta, that beautiful magenta, and I'm going to just go on this. Look at the difference between that crimson and that magenta. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, let me pick it up again. You go through. Right there, and just bring it up a little. There. Maybe just a little up here. I'm trying to decide if I like that. Because if I don't, then I just take my crimson over it. My crimson and cadmium red medium. Make sure your brush is clean. Cadmium red medium, or cadmium yellow medium, and crimson, and add white to it. There we go. And you get your orange. So that's all you're making is an orange. And you come back. Now watch. There we go. Look at that. There you go. I want her to smile. So we're going to pull that just slightly more. Okay. Let's do... Okay, now we're going to toggle between background, foreground, midground. Now a lot of people, especially true blue artists, they always do the background first. I'm 50-50 on it. I like to get my biggest thing in and then work around it, which could very well be more of a pain in the butt than really needs to be. But that's just who I am. Okay, I'm going to take that, I'm going to take some of that magenta mixed with bright blue, and I'm going to make that purple that we used here. And I'm going to take my stencil and I'm going to put it up here in this area. You know what? I think I have another stencil that I like better. Just for that. It's in the shape of hearts, which is okay. I'm not really digging the shape for this particular piece, but what I am digging is that it's kind of like fleur-de-lis or whatever. And so let's make sure it's up there enough that I can see everything. I'm going to actually turn it upside down so that way. There we go. And I just go through trying to keep in my area. There we go. Wish me luck. Okay. I think that's... Actually, that worked well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who cares? We'll go like this. Right there. You can be much more precise than I am. That would probably be a good idea. But there. Okay. That works. A little bit right there. Awesome. And a little bit more of that color. Okay, yeah. Oops. I oopsed right there. Oh well, we'll get to it in a minute. So I think we're about ready to do, because the last thing I want to do is the hair. There really is a method to that. One more. There you go. Is that it? Is that all? I believe it is. So, now we could go through and do an awesome template behind there, which would be very moxa. But I am not sure if I'm prepared to do all that right now. So I'm going to skip it, and I'm going to use that brilliant blue and that cad yellow to make a green. And we're going to do some of the greenery around these flowers, and we're going to tip that. Also do the spiral. The spiral itself will end up having a bronze to it, but we're going to make sure we've got some green in there. Because one of the things that most people do not tell you about greens is they need a red. Greens need a red. It sounds crazy, but let's make a green. Okay, this is brilliant blue and cadmium yellow, cadmium medium yellow. Okay, here it is. Isn't that beautiful? It is. Now, see that? That looks good. Now, let's take a little bit of that crimson. I like that crimson. And we're going to just come along here. Oops, let's make sure I don't flatten my brush too much. I'm going to come along here. Wow, see, it just makes it interesting. It's more interesting to look at when we do things like add that little pop of red. Okay, I've got my yellow and my blue. I'm just coloring now. This beautiful spiral here. Now, because it is already yellow, I don't have to go too heavy on the yellow. I can keep some blues. There we go. One of the things I'm doing is minimizing those black lines. I want the black lines to show up, but I think I want to minimize them to some degree because I wasn't necessarily the most cautious when I was making it. There we go. Let's get some more yellow and blue. There we go. And we gotta go over those kind of like Easter egg. I don't know, fleur-de-lis or whatever they are. Okay. Grab our little crimson here, add it in with our green, and I'm definitely putting it right there where those two meet. 'Cause I need differentiation. And yeah, we could probably throw in more black, but I think this gives it more of a depth. Let me get some more red here. My green. And I'm going to come back through there. There we go. I think we're going to do the same right there. And this secondary. I'm gonna wipe it off. Probably take some of that back. There we go. I like it so far. Okay. Now, her hair is going to be, we are going to decide on it when we get there, I think. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if it were black, but we could do blue highlights, but I'm not positive on that. So, I think I'm going to make a little bit more of that brilliant blue and magenta purple. I'm going to make that, and I'm going to put that down here. Nope, this is part of the leaf. This is part of the leaf here. I think that's part of the, oops, I see something. We're just going to take that flesh color and put it in right there. There we go. Now she does have clothes on, so before we get all freaky. Okay, I'm going to take that purple and I'm going to make sure there are no more. Here's this. We can come back through like that. I'm trying to decide if that's going. I may just do a purple, or I may do a leaf there and do a gold leaf over it and then outline it. So, now we've got our purples in. Let's make some more. Let's make some more yummy green. My medium yellow here. I'm going to take that brilliant blue and make some more green. And it's not really rocket science. We use that purple to offset this green, but since it's a blue base, it's really going to go together, believe it or not. And I see another issue. Let's grab some more of that flesh. I'm going to come back through right here and right here. The edge. That's skin tone too. Now, I'm not highlighting anything just yet. I am just coming through with our green and there we go. I want that purple to stay. I'm not killing it. I'm just need a little more of that purple in there. So I'm going to take some of that right here. And then we're going to use our green right here. Doo-doo. And right there. Okay. Now I'm going to take white and yellow, I think, to highlight those little leaves there. White and yellow. Okay. Maybe just a touch of green here. And so I don't want it to be so shocking. Again. I'm using a small brush so I can kind of comb it in like this. See, and I can comb it in. Now, if you're really good at that whole one-stroke painting, go for it. I'm not. I screw that up so many times, you have no idea. I find that incredibly tough, which is really fun. So I probably should practice it a lot. Okay. Now this one. Now remember, the light's coming from this way because according to her face, that's what's happening. So we're going to come back through with a white, but we're just lining it. We're not trying to make all the leaf white or do all those cool tricks. I'm just lining it. Go. This right here, this is where the light's going to hit, right there. And then, because that leaf is standing up, this is going to glow right there. So let me get some more white out, and here we go. And I'm going to dry off that brush. Just going to mix it in a little. And there probably would be just a little bit like that and hitting here. Go in just a touch. Just a touch. Probably a little more. Right about here. Maybe even on that side. Okay. Our leaves are in, I think. I think. Oh, I got that big one up at the top. And let me grab my blue and yellow. Here we go. Now see, that's the fun thing. I don't really think we need a whole lot of highlighting and all that, because this one's actually facing that way. So this is going to be lighter, this is going to be lighter, so just go flip it out, flip it out. Just kind of give it an idea that it's there. Okay. Onto the flowers, I think. Whew. This one seems like it's taking me longer because I didn't do a color sketch of it, and I should have. I love this style, and there's a part of me going, I hope I get this right, I hope I get this right, which is so silly because this is my artwork. There's no right or wrong. Of course I'm going to get it right because it's mine. I made this. Okay, so we need white, and I'm going to say that, I'm going to take a little bit, just a little, of that magenta. I'm going to make it pink.